Good afternoon, Minecraftians, or whatever you wish to call it yourself. So in my last stream in Minecraft, I had been adding a section of water across here, building up and up and up and up, and since then I've added lots more, and we can see this is a wave that's cresting, that's in the process. You can see there's more extending over there as well. We've got lots of waves. One of the things I wanted to see, which I haven't done yet, let's see. I want to drop a boat, if I can find it fast enough. There we go. And to see what it will do in the event of such a wave. So let's see if it will let me place one on the water. There we go. Just to see what all it would do in the aspect of oncoming waves. Will it just drown it? Will it float up? Okay, look at that. It will in fact just make it float up to the next level. And that one did get pushed a little bit as well. Not much. It is getting pushed a little bit, but mostly just floating up. Up and up and up to the next level. So that's kind of interesting. Kind of cool. Good to know. Yeah, weird gapping spaces. Well, anyways, so that's already been done, as you can see. It's just lots of water growth to wait, to do, and see. But what I wanted to do is I have a section that I've been working on. Looking back at my last video, there was still a lot of jungle over here. As you can see, have since built up to include now all of that jungle enwrapped in water. I had also shown some progress that I was going to make on this structure over here. It was not covered in water yet. I was doing the video where I was laying the groundwork for more levels of water down over here. Way down here. So I had done a little bit right about over here in that last video. And as you can see, there's a lot more. Pardon, I have a quick sneeze. All right, yeah. So yeah, I had only a little bit of water in place then. Obviously, there's a lot more that has been done since then. I have a lot of this ready to go, and I have another wave section there ready to go to see. I just need to finish up this last bit. And so to reiterate how my process is going around. Yes, plenty of commands available to do, but it's just not the same. It's not the same if you don't get your hands in. So let's see what this will do. We should get us close enough. It will get us to... Sorry, texts coming in. We can worry about those in a minute. Cover everything up. And the intent here is so that when the wave does come and it does clash into these other things, that it doesn't stop. It keeps going. So we get it all ready for connective water flow. And that's the idea. So we can see there's some downward flowing here, so that means we've missed some down here somewhere. So we'll just make sure to enclose all of those, and we come back up, and now it is properly reconnected. So that's what we're looking for in all those places. So we'll just do another bit here to get all of this prepared. Okay. Now whether you do block by block or fast spamming, when you've been doing it as much as I have, you get used to where you need to position, what blocks you're looking for to make sure you've gotten them all. and the pieces and the tidbits. Again, this is probably not something that most people will ever do. I doubt many others would ever conceive of this, and I don't know why I am, but it just is. It's all good. So there we've got all of that. 1 second, that's still running here after that sneeze. Yay. So there we've got all of that. Okay, just want to make sure. Now, normally if I was going to leave this alone for a while, I would build this out, cross-connect. I did some of the cross-connecting here before realizing that I was going to really do this big merger process. So what I've done, and actually look, I want to do one, and then one that I've prepared, and then I want to do one more that I haven't prepared, and then show kind of how we're going to do it. So I've only covered about half of the roof, and the reason for that is that I did all the lighting for about the half, and then thinking that that would be enough for going all the way down, and it wasn't. So it ended up being too dark down below. Mobs started spawning inside, so then I went back in, and you can see down below I added in the lighting along the ground for a portion of it. I still have the other half to do, and so that's why I haven't finished the other half of the roof either, is because I need to finish the ground lighting and the roof lighting before extending the water any further. Otherwise, it'd just be mob crazy going on in there. I don't want that. So, additionally, I then prepared all of the water lines along here. So this is actual solid water all the way down, except for this little corner right here. And that's what we're going to deal with right now. So now I believe I may just be able to break this and have it go. If not, then we'll add a little bit more after that. So let's see first. One. Oh, I have two. There we go. Two. And boom. That was enough. There we go. It's going. Now that wave is going to crash into... So here we go. This wave is going to crash into this next section. And we just want to see... You see waves flowing, water emerging, and the effects and the physics causing all of these. So again, why are the horses spawning here? Well, because this is the terrain, and actually that's a camel from the trader, I believe, but that's a wild horse. This is the underground, the biome terrain is appropriate for those critters to spawn. So they spawn where available, and unfortunately the surface is water. They've got nowhere else to go. In my building up of the water in recent days, I encountered a couple of cows that were spawning, and they got stuck. A couple of them got stuck, unfortunately, under trees. I tried to get them out, tried to get them free, but it didn't quite go. So this looks like I missed a spot right there. So that's the other thing I was looking for, is just in case one of them was missed some way in the process. So this water is coming in and wrapping all of the other stuff that was prepared and expanding and spreading and giving us some more wonderful merging loveliness all the way through to there. Now this will go a little bit, oh, we've still got some down here for it to grab. That did not carry out all the way. So let's bring that in. We just want to make sure to give it all its time and opportunity to shine in such the glory that it is. The next, see, I have a corner over there that still was finishing up to merge over there, but I wanted to fully blend these two pieces together. Now I have a bit right there that I could connect across one way, but I need to go fully. Now I want to go all the way from here, all the way to connect in to there. So we're going to target our top layer here as our starting point. Now I'm going to go 4 and 5 just to get it to a clear spot to make it slightly easier to where I'm going to be, and then I'll break off 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so that just kind of sticks out a little bit, and so we'll give that one as well. It sticks out a little bit for where our starting point is, and then we just go. And this is the biggest amount of work that I might do in these cases of just trying to cross these lines. Most of the times I try to wait for it to just go on its own organically. Sometimes I'll do this to bridge the gaps in little places. Usually I do small ones. A couple of times I've done a little bit bigger ones. This one's going to be one of the biggest that I've tried to do. So now the fun with the water is that it will, again, it expands one square away in all, well, both left, right, and down. Both X and Y and Z down axis. So we can get away with a little bit less work by taking into account that it will do one extra level. So that makes it slightly easier, about 50% of the work that you have to do when you're doing this kind of thing if you're entrusting to that expansion. 1 second, I gotta take this call here for some work I need to get done. Okay, so we are trying to get some repair work done on the house, and that was one of the contractors that's going to be helping us. So had to get that taken care of. So here we go. Let's keep building our. Now it's basically we'll be making a water wall, and if we do it carefully, we can plan so that it will give us a little bit of an opportunity to again do the interesting passes. So let's see. So we've got that one will incorporate to there, but that won't be enough. That's only going to go one level down. So we want to manually blend in a bit here. Now it's going to have to go all the way. So we can do a short piece. And yeah, so let's do this. So we're going to do this expansion here. Hopefully that's going to give us some, not enough. Okay, that's gotten our reach to there. That'll make it a little bit slightly easier for getting to that point. Okay, so that's just a little bit easier on our back trail for the other parts and where we can stop and have to continue for each of our legs. So I just want to make that one a little bit shorter, a little bit easier with just that one little piece there. Come on. Whee! These are... No, that one is needed. Yeah, it's needed all the way in there. Oops. Wrong one. That one. We should hit the water coming a little bit sooner. Ooh. Gotta go all the way. Okay, that one can end there. Now this one, that will work all the way to there. This one will be right here. Like that. All right. No, down here. There we go. Ooh. I didn't think we were already that far. But we are, and look at that. Now we have our fully formed wall to where we want. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, I know this is where I need to end it, but I'm going to break that point and make this the division factor. So that wall will expand all the way to here. I think I want to do the same on the other side, just to make sure I don't bridge the gap too much. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out to there and know that I need to extend those. Actually, we'll leave those in. That way make sure it's all squared away. So we'll go ahead and do this layer, and we can go fast, and we'll end up missing a couple here and there, and some of it will go in. And the reason why we broke that was that we didn't accidentally connect across. So we can do a quick peek and we can see a couple places that it didn't grab. So we'll do that one and do that one, and that will be good to go. And we'll do the same thing all the way across, but this time we'll go in all the way, which will extend that out, and then that last part is going to show a little grayish, and again we'll just go all the way across for this one, and that'll again bring us out to there. And now that's showing us that line like that, which says I can't really go any further, and we're like, yes, we know, we're doing that on purpose. Thank you very much. So then we missed a couple of spots here, 1 and 2 and 3, and that can happen when we're doing it fast like that. Just gotta go back and make sure that it's all good. Now I just want to make sure to double confirm that that part is done, because what I'm going to do is now I'm going to break these. And a lot of times if you get just one next to each other, it'll merge over, but if there's two side by side, then it won't fill in that gap. But we're being careful and we're doing it correct, so we should be fine. And now for this one, we should get it to extend all the way out to here on its own, like that. There we go. So now we've got this nice solid wall all the way to there. And this one should stop right there as well. And again, we'll just make sure we double check that this part is good. And then as we're doing the breaking, you can see the points ahead of us. And we just want to make sure we fill that in. And that way we don't accidentally break the ones that we want to fix. Like that. There we go. And that was the last one on this tier. All right. And we want to be careful not to take out any unnecessary plants that are there that were part of the existing structure. So I'm just removing the things that I added in. Now I see that this isn't expanding right, so that means I missed a square back here. So I was expecting it to expand out like that. There we go. So I was one short on that planting, so I'm trying to be careful for this one again to not remove trees that are going to be there, the leaves that are supposed to be there as part of the existing structure. And then now we'll extend our water wall here as well. Make sure we get this all the way. And again, we can see there's definitely a couple that were missed. And another one all the way down. Fortunately, a ways down. Getting closer. Now, as you see, it kind of fixed itself somewhat on that end, but with the not having a surface side, it won't fix itself here. Once it merges, it might. It would address it if it was, again, if it was only one. But we don't want to have it fix itself. We want it to all be fixed perfectly before we do our process, because, oh, did I leave? Good. Okay, so I left this one here. I forgot to clear out, so we're gonna leave just a bit like that. We want to make sure not to take out all of this one. So there we have that gap of where they are. Now, in actuality, that will probably fix itself. And here's a way we can test. If I break this one, and then I put it back, and now you see the difference how it's filled with water. If you plant the leaves in the water, then it will fix itself. It will fill that hole. Or I should say, if you plant leaves in water, it will be treated as filled with water. So we can take out the water, the air bubble. So really the hope is that, let's check this side. So that is the only one that's left that is filled with air. So that is our gap placeholder. Now down here we can double check. That is filled, but that one is not. All right, so that's one. And that one is not, so that's two. And so that's the case of when you have two together, and that one is. Now if I break this one and see how it fixed it, nope, it's still filled. Okay, so we will fill this one like that, and we'll break that one. Now that one is the only one, so we can check on that row, right? That's okay, we know it's on that row, but we've got in all four other directions around it, so it's got water below and water above, and water in two different directions. So in all cases, when we break that block, oh, I just messed it up. I just messed it up. I went too soon because I broke the block on one side and it filled it in. Well, and there you go. That's half the booger right there. Darn it. Well, we'll still be able to see it on the other side. But there you go. Like, that's what I was saying. All you have to do is break it once the gap is there. And lo and behold, howdy doody. So that'll be the same case when we're ready to go in a moment for the other side. I'm surprised it didn't do this one over there. It should have. So we probably have to go back and fix a block right there, and I went too fast right here. I can see that gap there, so I'm going to fix that one. So there's definitely one missing on that end, so I'll have to go fix that real fast. Here's another one. That one didn't get it, and that's one of the reasons why. There we go. So that will fix it there. So that's unfortunate, but that's okay. That's some of the fun that you can happen if you're not careful. If you're trying to set up these interesting water plays and you make a small mistake like that, it can happen very, very easily. So now we'll go ahead and do again our pathway of breaking until we get to where this piece is, to make sure we filler. And we've got a couple there, and another one down further. We get close to. I know, I'm like leaning because I'm trying to see past the wall. It's not going to help me. We have a bunch this time around. And when you're working with big ones like this that you're trying to strategize, there's no going back when you make a mistake. If it goes, it goes, and you're done. That's just the way it is. So, what are we going to do? We keep on going. That's what we're going to do. That's it. All right. So, we'll keep on going. It is what it is, friends. It would have looked much neater to have a large cross piece going all directions, but we'll just have it enclosing and going one direction, and that's okay. And we can see the spots where it didn't quite take, and we should be able to do it this way as well. Fix you and you. There we go. Fix you. Looks like most of the rest was good, except maybe one down there. Or it just wasn't spreading fast enough across our wall. Or I left a gap. It fixed something there. The last few. Right, and so now we've been forming this wall like this instead, which kind of looks scary, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going because we're trying to get all the way to the top up there. And so this is the last piece, so we'll extend that bit up there. Here we go. Oh, I was pulling away as well. I saw it miss. There it goes. And you can go a little bit slower to make sure you get it all as you're going. Oh, I saw 2 more misses, I think. There's a third one. Alright. So now we'll go back and do our cleanup again. So in my haste to demonstrate the block structure and its effects, I did not consider that it was going to impact the plan. But we still have half the plan ready to go. So now I should be able to clear all that. There we go. Now if I've had this happen where it leaves these here, and I really don't know why, they go away just like that. They don't show up in the lower area, so I don't know if just because of the downward growth if that fixes it, or if they're there and it's just hiding and I don't see it, or if they're kind of like a mixed bubble. But whatever, it's fine. So now I should be able to come to this one and break it and get it starting to go, and then rush over to the other one to break that one and get it starting to go. So here we go. We've got this big section that we're going to close off, and we're going to break a block right here and a block right over there, and it's going to cause this all to come together. And we're ready to go. One there. That one's going. Let's zoom over to here and break these. And there we go. And now we are colluding to have a meeting together where those 2 lower levels are going to combine, but the upper one is going to go. And any of our boats that we're going to place like this. No! Let's see. Let's get ourselves in the boat and take a boat ride. Oh, it left me behind. That's no fun. Whew, it's rushing the boats together to eventually, oh, maybe because it was 2 and it was hard to figure out what it was going to do. So let's try this in one boat. Can we ride the waves? Deesh! Riding the waves. Ah, nope. Only until it was underwater a bit. Once it was stuck underwater, then we got stuck. Oh, we left our other half behind. Let's make sure to bring that up and see there's another horse that has spawned in that region. And we'll come back over and clean that up to make it look a little bit nicer. Did it miss? It missed! It missed. I will not have it. I will not have it. It missed where? Over here somewhere. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, I think I did that one as well. No, it still missed right here. Ah. That's on a middle level, down one more. So, not that one, not this one. It's going to be this area. Why are you stacking? Not there. Let's go. There it is. And if we break it, no? Oh, because there's two. And that's why I said if there's two, it won't fix it. Okay, let's check on the upper level. No? Two over here as well. I thought it would take care of it just fine once the two are gone. Yes, you should be going just fine now. Why aren't you replicating? Is it from one down below? This whole row isn't going. That's interesting. All the way down to there? Oh, it missed it all the way down to here. Okay. And there we go. So sometimes you get it and you think you get it, but you don't. And I don't know how I missed that, but that's okay. Well, our wave has left us behind, but ultimately the objective is getting applied. So we'll come back here and join it. Our boats are left out there. And here it is, our big wave. Now we've got a water level cresting all the way to our underwater village. All the way to our underwater village. So not that long ago, that village was a spark. I was building water all the way over there. And now we've got many, many lengths of water expanding and growing, and waves cascading, swallowing up other areas that have been prepared, and merging it all together and making this vast waterscape ready for I don't know, more expanding, right? We'll keep going and it'll keep going and it'll keep going. Water growth. Making waves. So we find, let's try one more time to see if our boat will let us stay. We can ride the wave. What if we rush out? Can we beat out to this wave and ride it down, or is it going to keep us from doing that? Ooh, no, it will let us ride the wave down. Let us ride the wave down. And if we, oh, it did push me out a certain way. So if I turn around, try to ride the wave up, what's it going to do? Oh, it pushes me out. It says, nope. Sorry. One level is okay, but that's about it. Oh, and that's the end. Oh, let's come back over here. And that wave still has a lot to go. So what happens when we ride off onto the wall? Just ride off. Whee! We do submerge a bit. So if we stay in front of the wave some, it'll let us keep on it. But if we just let it completely drown us, it's not going to keep us on the boat. So we have to let it pick us up, lift us up, stay at the edge. But if we stay at the edge, it keeps wanting to push us down. Like a wave should. It should push the debris out in front of it. If we're careful. Nope. Couldn't stay right at the edge. Couldn't quite stay at the edge. But that's some interesting fun. And there's our wave coming to the end over here. And like I said, there's a lot of expansion to be done. A lot more for it to finish. And there's still a whole bunch over there that didn't even come across. Look at that. Come on. We must have gotten too far away from it. So we'll finish up every bit over here, and then we'll wrap this up for today. We'll just let these corners flush themselves, extend themselves as far as we can to let all of this settle. There's still a lot of other places that the settling needs to complete. There's a lot that's going that way that you saw earlier that needs more completion, like water expansion completion, I don't know, wave growth to finish. So we'll come back over to here. We know we've got some on that tidbit corner, but we've got some over here. And we do want to clean these. I like having even lines where I can. And this will extend to the edge of our village, our now going to be underwater village. One whole side meets the water. I've put doors in, we've got lights up, so when we decide to extend, it will be vastly easier. But of course, we want to swallow the land first, little by little, like I've had to do in the others. It's time consuming, to say the least, but meticulous, methodical.
In Alhambra, it's 13:45.
Alexa, cancel.
Canceling.
It heard something, right? Whee! Lots of stuff. Did this one finish? That corner finished to there. There we go. Okay, so I know we have this one here, but we also, I see we have this whole section, so I wanted to give this whole section a chance by getting close enough. And that one will finish too when we get a little bit closer as we follow this piece up. So not that long ago, this whole section had no water on it. All of those trees down there were open to the air. The water level was matching that down there. That was not very long ago. My last video, it was just slightly above that, I believe. Maybe a little bit of that was done. But now, as you can see, it's all wet. Lots and lots of water. Waterworld, that's what we're making. I have no idea how long it would take to keep this process going, filling up vast more amounts of the world, just because of the painstaking steps of getting around the trees and stuff that have the small areas to make sure you get all the little bits. Like I said, commands would make it faster, but no thank you. No thank you. I want to know what I'm doing. Now we could extend that all the way and get this whole section revved up as well, but we won't do that for right now. We have a little bit over there that wants to continue to the tree, and that's always going to be the case, that trees are the hindrance between sections. And so yeah, so there we go with all of that. That whole section has now been forcibly merged together. Like I said, we've got more growth, more waves going, and our world of water continues growing every time. Will this section ever reach something else? I doubt it. You know, it's all about whether the connection points can be made to extend a whole line from one point to another. And here's your fun, see, there we go. Fun filling areas. We end up with that a lot. And now we have, I don't know. I guess I could probably take a simple measure. Let's just see this vastness from the corner. And we'll do an approximate. We'll do an approximate to get, and I know it's going to be lower, so that's why I'm going to this corner. I know we're going to be lower than this level, but we'll take from here. We'll take about from there. Right? All right, so let's take a quick document. We've got our position. And our position is negative 1072, 74, negative 316. Okay, now we'll go as far as we can. It's not going to be perfectly square, but that's all right. So our elevation gets us up to 120. Question, comma, 120, comma, question. So that in of itself is 56 squares. 46 squares. 46 squares of elevation, 46 blocks of elevation just from that corner. It does go lower in other sections, so we'll just round that to an even 50. Just to give us, we're doing approximates. We're not going to be exact. We've got places like that where it's, you know, height filled in. So, yes, we'd probably take some of that out, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. And, you know, we're going to do portion areas. So here, this is where this spot ends, is to this corner. So at least this one giant square-like area, and we're at negative 781 on that end, and 1623. All right. So that gives us, and we'll do exact. We'll do exacts. That's fine. 1072 to 1623. That is 549. We did 46 height, and we did 316 to 781. That's 465. So there we go. 549 by 46 by 465. Come on. Trying to copy those so I can stick that in the calculator. That didn't work out so well. There's some other numbers that were in here. There we go, all clear. There we go. Come on. It doesn't want to let me paste. All right, so 549 by 46, 549 times 46 times 465. That's 11,743,000. Just in that rectangle alone. Then we've got a whole lot there. And this keeps going out here. So we're going to easily reach 20 million. Right? That keeps going all the way to here. There's other areas. And I know my height level is at least 50 just over here. So, yeah. We're going to get 20 in that, and we keep going over that way. We're going to get another, 20. It might even go further than that because this area is expanded pretty far as well. We see our area reaches much further over here than what that one was. That one down there ends right about there, right at that line. That's the plumb line all the way across. And that was just that top surface. So we've got more, much more. That keeps going and keeps going. So we've easily got 20, 30, there's more over there. Maybe 40 million. So this is what I was doing before anyway. So yeah, millions of water blocks having been added over the course of the years. That's pretty scary. Millions. And thanks to expansion, it has not been one square at a time, because that would take forever. But a lot of it's one square at a time, and a lot of time. But anyhow, I gotta run. I got some other stuff to do, so I hope you enjoyed. Take a peek, share with friends. It's Minecraft. You can do whatever you want, pretty much. Tons of mechanisms, tons of ideas, and some simplicity. So enjoy, and until next time, be well, take care, and have fun. Talk to you then.